upon a time, in the country of Japan, there lived two frogs. One of whom made his home in a ditch near the town of Osaka on the seacoast, while the other dwelt in a clear little stream which ran through the city of Kyoto. At such a great distance apart, they had never even heard of each other. But strangely enough, the idea ran into both their heads at once that they should like to see a little of the world. So the frog at the Kyoto, who lived at Kyoto, would like to visit Osaka, and the frog who lived at Osaka wished to go to Kyoto. On one radiantly beautiful morning in the spring, just around this time of the year, they both sat along the road that led from Kyoto to Osaka, one from one end and the other from the other. The journey was more tiring than they expected, for they did not know much about traveling, and halfway between the two towns, there arose a mountain which had to be climbed, or for frog to be jumped. It took them a long time, and a great many hopes to reach the top. But there they were at last, and what a surprise for them, for each to see another frog before him. They looked at each other for a moment, quietly, and thought to themselves, who is this ugly guy? With long hind legs, short body, webbed digits, protruding eyes, and the absence of a tail that looks just like me. Shortly, they fell into conversation. Rabbit. Rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit. Oh, you don't understand frog language. Let me translate for you. Hello, my body. Hello, my crony. Hello, my newfound town. Tell me where you're from. How yes, you got here. If you tell me, buddy, you have me, you won't be left alone. Oh, oh, buddy, crony, you won't be on your own. Bad. Different. So where are you going? Osaka. Isn't that amazing? That's where I came from. Really? Where are you going? I'm going to Kyoto. Shut up, man! That's where I came from. They were explaining the cause of their meeting so far from their homes. It was delightful to find that they both felt the same wish to learn a little more about their native country. As there was no such a hurry, they stretched themselves into a cool, damp place and agreed that they would have good rest before they go parting their separate ways. What a pity we are not bigger, said the Osaka frog. For then we could take a shortcut and see both towns from here and tell if it is worthwhile to continue the journey. That is easily managed, returned the Kyoto frog. What we need to do is just stand up on our hind legs, hold on to each other tightly, and then we can each look at the towns we are traveling to. Woo! This idea pleased the Osaka frog so much that he immediately jumped up on the shoulder of Kyoto frogs. They both stood, stretching themselves as high as they could, holding to each other tightly so that they might not fall down. I'm okay. The Osaka frog turned his nose towards the direction of Kyoto, but the foolish thing forgot that when he stood up, his great eyes lay in the back of his head. Although his nose might point to the place he wanted to go, his eyes beheld the place from which he had come. When the Kyoto frog stood on the shoulder of Osaka frog, the same thing happened. "Dear me!" cried out the Osaka frog. "Kyoto is exactly like Osaka. It is certainly not worthwhile continuing the journey. I shall go home." And simultaneously, the Kyoto frog said dismayingly, "If I had any idea Osaka was just a copy of Kyoto, I should not have traveled all this way." They both took a polite farewell of each other and set off for home again. Ladies and gentlemen, to the end of their lives, these two frogs, who had given up halfway their journey, not to enjoy what the journey had to offer, believed that Osaka and Kyoto, which are as different to look at as two towns can be, were as alike as two peas in a pod. Mr. Toastmaster.